Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm going to work on some ephemera that will go in my spring journal. I got the cover and I've got my signatures put together. Now someone asked me where this paper came from. I've had it in my stash for a while. I'm not real sure, but I'll try to look it up and see. I think someone sent it to me, but I will try to look it up and see where this came from. What is on the back of these is my digital, but this one is not mine, and I can't remember off the top of my head who it come from, but I'll try to look that up for you. This is going to be how my signatures are going to go in here. I'm going to have two, and I'm just going to make some more ephemera. I've got a little pack of ephemera made up to go with, but this is not going to be near enough. So we're going to make some pockets and tags and flip outs and different things. So, and then that cover is not finished. I will definitely put lace and different things on the cover like I normally do. And I had these left over from a project that I did, I think yesterday, and I thought these would be cute to make some little flip out pockets with. So I think that's what I'm going to do with some of these. Now, I don't want them to be as tall as the journal page, so I'm going to trim it off a little. I don't want to trim that right there off, so I'm going to trim it off about like that. And we'll just go ahead and trim the bottom off a little bit too. Let's see. Well, we might as well trim this little piece off too, because now that's the only place we got the purple on there. A little piece right there. So I'm trimming them down to 4, or this one's going to be trimmed down to 4. I don't know about the others. We may have to leave them a little bit larger. Now, I want this to have my little flip on it so that I don't have to fold any of this. So I think I'm going to put it on about like that. This will be my flip. That's about 3/4 of an inch, I think. Well, it is actually a 1/2 inch. Edith, your eyes are deceiving you today. So I'm going to put it on like this. Leave me enough to flip around here. Now I'm trying to decide. I think it's going to be thick enough if I glue it just like this, because this paper is pretty thick. I got this off of Amazon. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got a little bit of weight to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around it, and I'm going to use my Scorch Timber to ink around this. It's a very pretty ink, and we do have more in, so grab your Scorch Timber. Everybody was wanting it, and we got more in, and now we've stopped getting orders for it. I think everybody just thought, oh, well, they're not going to get any more in, so we'll order it somewhere else. But we do have more. Okay. Now, I am going to, I can't even talk. I am going to just put glue here and here. And it'd be nice if you could go straight. I'm sure you can, but I can't. Now, just leaving that 1/2 inch and then just bringing it up to the top like that. I'm going to trim all of this off. I'm going to leave this, and I'll use my trimmer, because if I don't, I may go crooked. I may go crooked anyway. Who knows? Okay. And you could leave. I'm trying to think. Do I want to leave that piece on? Fold it around and have a double? We might do that. Let's just try it and see what happens. Let's try it on this one. Now, if you're going to do this, you're going to have to get ink right up on the edge, which I didn't. So we need to press that down first before we start trying to fold. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then on this side, you know what? I'm going to fold it this way. I think it'll help me get it a little bit straighter if I fold it up against that photo. Yeah. So this is going to be the part that flips. And I'll try to put it on a page and let you see what I'm talking about. I know I said that yesterday and then I forgot all about doing it. So, you know, that's how my mind goes most days. Now we'll ink around all of it. All right, there we go. Now, did I leave? Yes, I left that open. Now we've got a pocket up here. So I am going to punch a little pull in that so I don't forget that there's a pocket there. Okay. All right, so this will glue in the journal. Let me grab a signature. Now I usually stitch my signatures in before I start adding anything to, but for the sake of the video, I'll go ahead and see what we can do in here. Let's see, I'm trying to find a page that I'd like to have it on. Right here looks like a good one because there's nothing on here. Nothing. And another thing we could do is we could fold that over like that and have that stitched into the signature. I haven't thought about doing that before. So then it would it would be stitched into the signature, and then you'd have all of this writing space when you opened it up, and you would have a pocket here. And instead of it being a flip out this way, it'll just be another page flip. I kind of like that idea. Let's do that. I'm just going to put that in there like that. I'm going to put me a little clip on it. So that way I'll know that that stitch, that gets stitched right inside the signature. So you'll have this page, and then you'll have this little page that flips over, and then that page. I like that idea, Edith. See, sometimes you think of things right in midstream, and you just change your ideas. So we'll do another one, and we might do it a little bit different. Who knows? This one is a little bit wider, and I'm just going to trim off. I think I'm just going to trim the bottom. I want that top bit left there. Just trim it right there. And we'll keep that little piece. And I think I'll trim this little side off because it's not straight anyway. Just going to trim it a little bit like that. Yeah, I like that. Right, let's see. Let's just use another piece of our paper here. Oh, and I did have quite a few people that asked, could I make these larger? Yes, I will do that this weekend. Probably won't have them done till Monday because I've got an Easter kit I'm working on. But I will try to get those done for you. Yeah, let's put that in like that. Just going to ink it up. And then once these get inside the journal, we can embellish them all different ways once they're in there. We probably won't put a lot of embellishments on them today, but as we're going through the journal, we can put embellishments on. I need to be making more different pockets, and I'm making another one of these. That's all right. We'll get some made in a minute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, I don't think I'm going to leave an extra piece on this one. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I'm not. I'm going to cut it off. Since it's a lot wider, I'm not going to leave extra on it. And then cut the bottom. So how are you guys? Everybody doing okay? I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually having some good days. Since they got my medicine changed and everything's kind of settling down, I think my system is slowly getting used to it. So having some good days. I do still have to eat snacks and that kind of thing every so often, but I think that just goes along with type 2 diabetes. I am trying to eat healthy snacks though, so maybe that will Save the day. That's cute. I like that. Right, here again, you could stitch this in the signature. We'll go ahead and grab this one out. Or we can put it in as a flip. Let's see, where do we want to flip it? Now, sometimes I put my flips down a different way than other people do because it depends on what I've got on the opposite page. Like that page, I wouldn't want to cover up part of that, so I would put my flip down a different way. But like on this one, see on this side all you've got is plain, so putting it down like this is okay because you could actually extend that and make it into another little side tuck pocket. And that may be what I should have done. It's just made this longer so it would be a side tuck pocket. But we can always put a little piece of paper on it. So that one is going to go in there like that. And it'll be a flip so you can write on it. Or it'll be a little extra page. I like that with that. So that one's going to go in that way. And I think on this I am going to extend it on out to about right here. I'm just going to put another piece of paper on this. Extend it on out so it'll be a nice side tuck pocket. That's how that one would go in. And see, that's basically finished for you. Plus you have a pocket up here that you can make tags and things for. I'm going to cut a little bitty pole. Little bitty. Okay, so that one's done. Let's make a few little pockets. Now, I've got a few of these vintage envelope. Well, I got a few of these envelopes and they're pretty old. I've had them in my stash forever. And I think I'll make some pockets out of this, or you could make a wraparound. I think I'll just make pockets. And I think I'm going to make two. I'm going to take this little piece off first and glue it down. If it's still got any sticky. I think it does, actually. Glue that down. And then I'm going to cut it in half, because this is going to make two pockets. I love to make pockets out of junk mail envelopes because they're so quick and easy. Now, this can be an entire pocket. Or you can open this top up and have a pocket back here and then a pocket on the inside. Any way you want to do it works. Or you can leave this side open and have, when you glue it down, glue it to the back there, there, and there. Have a pocket back here and a pocket in here. We might do that on this one. Have a pocket both ways. Now let me find some paper. Now the paper that I'm using is from two of my kits, Victorian Vintage Ladies and Botanical with Vintage Poems. So I'll try to remember to link those below. If I don't, you can always just go to my website, look under digitals, and you'll see both of them. Let me find one that I want to use. I think I actually used that rose yesterday, didn't I? I'm going to use it again today. No, I'm not either. I'm going to use this. I just saw this one laying over there. I'm going to use this one. I'm trying to think if I want to leave some to wrap around, and I think I do. So I'm going to go ahead and put... No, I can't wrap it on this side, Edith. You're going to leave that pocket open. So I'm just going to put it straight down. No leaving anything to wrap around. Going to be plenty of pockets in this anyway. Oops. Come over, come over, come over. There we go. Okay. We will trim it, and I'm just going to use my scissors. Now, you might say, well, why don't you just use the piece of paper and make your pocket? Using the envelope for the backing makes it a little bit stronger, so you don't have to add anything to the back. So that's why I do it. You can do it any way that you want. And two, I have an abundance of junk mail envelopes, so might as well use them. An abundance. Right, so we're going to have a pocket up here that will go behind, and then we're going to have a pocket here on the side. That top looks very crooked to me. Let me see if I can straighten it. I know I'll probably cut my envelope open, but I can close it back up. Now, you could leave it open and just glue a little bit right here, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want it left open. Now, when you're gluing your pocket back together, just put a tiny bit of glue right at the top. Because remember, this side is going to be a pocket. So you don't want to glue your pocket together. Which I can do that. I normally do it pretty good. So we'll put a pull right here. Like that. And then we'll put one on the side over here. So now we have a pocket that'll be back here when we glue it down. You'll glue the side here, here, and then here. You'll have a pocket back here, and then you'll have a pocket that goes on the inside right here. Now, I'd like to cover that right there with a little bit of paper because I don't like that showing or that being able to be seen. So let's see if I've got some scraps that I can just slide in there and cover it a little bit with. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just cover it a little bit. That'll work right there. You may have an envelope that has a very pretty inside and you want to leave it like it is, and that's fine. I just don't. All of our envelopes are bleh. Right, then we just trim it off. I'll go ahead and punch that little hole out again. Okay, there you go. Now you can't really see. If you start to slide something in there, you don't see anything but the paper. Okay, so that would go, let's just take a piece of paper. That would go like this. You would glue it down here, here, and then on the back side now. Down through there, across here, across there. You'd have a pocket that goes behind, and then you have a pocket that's in here. So you got a double pocket. Very, very simple. But I like them. They come together really fast, and I like the looks of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and decorate this one up a little bit. You don't have to do it. You can just leave them and wait until you start to put everything together, but if I don't embellish it a little bit now, I'll forget. And then I'll have it in my journal and I'll be, oh, I don't have time to do it now. Oh, I think I want that on there. And we could put that little piece of road map on there too, since this is talking about the Grand Lodge. I guess it's talking about going somewhere. That's upside down, Edith. You don't want it upside down. Then I'm going to see, let's see, I think I might just put this little number here. Let's cut this number out. It was laying on my desk, asking me to use it. There we go. I like that. And I might even do a little something else up here once we get in our journal and see what my tag looks like. So, but we're going to leave it like that for now, I think. It's another piece. See, these come together really fast when you're using the envelopes. And I think I'm going to do this one the same way, but my opening will be down here on this side. So this is my top, and this is how I have to do it sometimes. This is my top, because if I don't, I put my paper upside down because I like to do everything using the right side. Oh, let's use this little chickie. I'm not necessarily doing an Easter journal, but I could use this in an Easter journal. I don't have to use it in the journal I'm making. I love that little chickadee. Now this, I'm not sure where I got this paper. I don't know. If it was from you, then comment below. I don't remember. So I have little pieces of scraps that I've got from different people when I used to get a lot of digital sent to me, and I've got just little pieces here and there, so I can't remember where they all come from. And most of them don't have names on them because they're double-sided. There's no place to put your name. Okay, let's do that. I want to get the little chickie on there. He's a cutie pie. He's pulling on that ribbon. Because I am going to start my Easter journal probably this weekend. I've got one more spring journal to get put together. I've got all the goodies, but I hadn't got it put together. And then my Easter journals will be starting up. And someone asked me, and I'll address this just a little bit. I'm not going to go into any details, but someone asked me, do you do a lot of religious stuff when you do your Easter journals? I do Easter. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to tell you what exactly I do. Like this, it says Easter greetings. It has a little chicken on it. If I find some that's got bunny rabbits and all of that, I put that on it. I don't necessarily just force religion down anybody because that's a personal choice. It's up to you, but I don't put like pictures of Jesus and crosses, and that's not all I include in my Easter journal, so no. But just, I just wanted to say that. And I put whatever paper that I am creating or paper that I find online that I really like, then I use that digital to create with. All right, so now this one will be, we need to put another pull at the top, Edith. Another. There we go. Oh, that scorched timber looks real good on this paper. So we've got a pocket up here when we glue it down to the page, and then we'll have a pocket on the inside here. If I can open it up with my fingers. Come on, fingers, you can do it. It wasn't glued together. It's just my fingers didn't want to work. So you have a pocket on this side in here. Now I am going to put a piece of paper in here just like I did the other one so that we don't see that blue. Let me find a scrap. Just something to cover it up so you don't see all of that paper inside there. We'll just put that in there. And I just stick it down at an angle. I don't try to cut it the exact size and stick it down in there. If you just put it down at an angle like this, it'll go down far enough that you won't see. And then you don't have to worry about cutting and trimming anything. Just trim it off. Like that. And then once again, we'll punch out our little opening here. When you put a tag in here, it may show through this little piece, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. It may not, depending on how big you make it, but you don't have to put this in if you don't want. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. There's not much that bothers me. Let me just show you by using this little piece of paper. So see, if you make your tag tall, you might see a little piece of it showing right here. But that doesn't bother me. If you don't want that to do, just don't put a little pull there. No problem. Okay, let's see what labels we might want to put on here. And it's so funny, the person who asked me, why did I put so many labels on? If you only seen all the labels that I have, a lot of the labels have been sent to me. A lot of them I've made myself or Melina has made. And then we have also bought quite a few from different people. So it's like, you know, I've just got an abundance of labels. So I like to use them. There's one that's got some blue on it. Now this little label I made. These that look like this. Let's see. He looks like he's having a lot of pleasure right there, doesn't he? Pull it on that string. And then let's see if we've got a number over here. And then the numbers I purchased from Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Because I love my numbers. That's why I like ledgers. That's why I became an accountant. Because I love numbers. You have to love math and love numbers if you want to be an accountant. My husband and my girls, they all hate numbers. Absolutely despise them. You know what? I like that one better, I think. So when I was already married and had 2 children when I decided that I wanted to go back to school to become an accountant. And my husband and my daughters just could not understand. I was like, why? Why do you want to do that? I was like, because I love it. I love keeping up with the numbers and balance sheets, and I love doing that kind of thing. They just couldn't understand it. It was just beyond them because they hate math. But I've always loved math. Numbers is just, I like numbers much better than I like words. I think everything should be just numbered and no words. This says, paid August 9th, 1919. Somebody paid their bill on that day. Okay. Edith, why did you glue that all the way down? You silly girl. Okay, we'll just put it on top. Maybe. Sometimes I don't know why I do the things that I do, but I do. I think I'm just going to put my number down here below. Cute. There's another one. Okay, I've got a couple of pieces of this that was just printed on regular copy paper. And this is from my Botanical with Vintage Poems, I think is what this one is on. And since these are kind of thin, I think I'm going to make some pocket flip arounds. So I'm just going to fold it about like that. I should have folded this over first. Fold a little piece of this. And you can definitely do this with your scoreboard. I probably need to be using my scoreboard, but okay, that will glue down there. Okay, this will fold there and it'll glue down right here. And then this is going to fold around and be the flip on the next page. And it'll have a side tuck pocket. So let's just use this for example. It's not going to be the same size, but it'll be okay. So All right, I'm going to do this one backward because I want that rose to show on the front. Then that means I'm going to have to cover this, and that's okay. We can do that. So let's cover that first with something. I've got plenty of scraps here that I can use to cover that with. I really don't know why these got printed on just regular printer paper, unless it was just an accident that that's what I had in my printer and I forgot about it. Normally I never print on regular copy paper. I print on either 28 pound or 32 pound when it's going to be digitals. I'm just using the scrap. It's going to be fine. I just need something to put some color on there. And I got it a little bit off at the top and the bottom, but you know what? That's okay because we've got ink. I've got lots of ink. So we're having another pretty warm day, but it feels cool. We've got a lot of wind blowing, so they're saying that we might have a few little storms blow up. I don't know, but it says it's 65 outside, but it doesn't feel it when you go out there. It feels more like 45. Okay. I'm going to try my best to score right down through there. And the papers don't have to match that you put together like this because they're not going to be on the same page. So don't even worry about them. You see how crooked I got that? That's not right. There we go, fixed. So then we're going to glue this down. And you make this little flap so that you have your full pocket. I know we've done these many times before, you guys know, and other people have too. So you know how they're made. Don't forget to glue the bottom like I always do. If you do, you put something in there, it's just going to fall right straight through. Well, my pages must have been a little bit different. Okay, now we've got a pocket up here. And we'll go ahead and punch our pull so that we know what we got going. So if you've got some thin pages that you really don't know what to do with and you don't want to take time to back all of them or put something on the back to another piece of paper, then just do like this. They make beautiful pockets. Now we're going to punch a little pull right there. Punch. Okay. All right, so that would go, let's say this is the page. It would go like this. This would be a pocket and a flip out. So you've got that. Then you've got a pocket. And then on this side, you've got a side tuck. So you glue it here, down through here, and you've got a little side tuck. Those are easy to make too, and they're good when you have that single-sided paper that is pretty thin. They're good to use for that. Because see, even that is thin, it makes a great tall pocket. And I love tall pockets in my journals, so no problem there. All right, so that's another piece. I think that's going to be it for the video. Got lots of pockets and things finished. Let me pull the one back out of here. I'll just leave it like that so we'll know what it is. And then I have another one somewhere right there. So we got quite a few things finished. I feel like there's one more somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is just one of those journal days. This is Journal Thursday, so I'm just making things for my spring journals. I've got at least 2 of those to make, and then I've got 2 or 3 Easter journals that I need to get finished. All right, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.